Hi Aries, it's Kendrick from Providence Tarot. Everything that you need to know is going to be in the description box. If you want to follow me on IG or if you want to follow any of the other pages, channels that I have, if you want to donate to the channel, all of that information is there. If you want to get a reading with me in person at Shanti in New York City between 4 and 8, Thursday through Sunday, all of that information will be in the description box. For everybody who's new, welcome. I'm Kendrick. This is going to be the messages for Aries for April mid-month 2021. I'm going to get started shuffling. This is the Druid Craft Tarot. I use this a lot. Let's go. Okay, so I kept getting like 7-7, 777. Maybe some of you were born in 1977. Or maybe 7 is just a number that someone is, seeing a lot. Or it could be very significant in some kind of way. Right? 7,700, whatever that is. Okay. All right, I'm gonna shuffle one more time. I think this is it. Okay, here we go, Aries. Let's see what it is. Happy birthday, happy Aries season. I'm wearing red today. Okay, my shirt underneath is red too, but let's get into this reading. So, first card out is the Eight of Cups. So some of you are thinking about losing something or leaving something behind or something that you once valued. You are kind of like seeing it as being obsolete now, right? This does talk about an ending, a phase change. You know, if you were in a space hold or something was keeping you held back because you had some sort of emotional wealth attached to it or emotional value attached to it, this is asking you to kind of like have some kind of emotional strength at this time, you know, when thinking about dissolving a boundary between your past and your present, you know, and dissolving that boundary between your past and your present really means you having the mental and emotional strength to move on, you know what I mean? It's almost like you have to believe it, right? It's almost like you have to see it to believe it, or somebody has to see it to believe it. You know, that's what I'm getting. Either you or somebody else has to see it to believe it. And the Eight of Cups is also talking about, you know, the emotions that you might fear upon leaving this thing. You know, it also talks about the uncertainty, right? You're not feeling very emotionally strong right now, or you might even be feeling emotionally weakened in some kind of way, a loss of emotional strength, you know. Maybe you've been put to the test or something has been put to the test. You know, the Eight of Cups is here, which is Saturn and Pisces, definitely talking about boundaries, right? Emotional boundaries. Also kind of like maybe someone is holding in their emotions, or maybe someone is feeling some kind of way, restricted in some kind of way, because Saturn is restriction and it also is a little bit of oppression too. But then Pisces is talking about freedom, emotional freedom, and also freedom of emotional expression or freedom of artistic expression could be being restricted in some kind of way with the Eight of Cups being here. You know what I mean? And it is Saturn being in the very last sign. So it's Saturn being Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces, 3 houses away from where it originates in the zodiac. So it talks about Gemini. It talks about environment, right? Leaving behind a toxic environment, something like that. It could be a toxic environment could have been being enabled, right? Or there was, there was a toxic environment that was creating the obstacle for you, you know, and the obstacle was also attached to something that you were showing some kind of compassion or empathy. Could be Pisces, could be Scorpio energy, could have something to do with Mercury here. Definitely any water sign, Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio for sure. You know, it talks about power as well. Yeah, Let something be what it is. It is what it is, right? And there's something that you can't change about the experience, you know what I mean? So don't beat yourself up about it emotionally, because it's something that you can't control. It's something that is karmic here too, because Pisces is very karmic, and so is Saturn. That is the Lord of Karma. Let's see what this, yeah, it's talking about turning over a new leaf. It's definitely making you are intimidated to take this new leap. You are kind of intimidated to make this jump. It's a leap of faith, right? It's asking you to maintain some sense of optimism about you as you take on this risk, or as you just kind of like do something that you haven't done before. You know what I mean? So it's definitely going to be feeling like you've grown in some kind of way, or you're going to be overcoming whatever this obstacle is here. So whatever it is, you're overcoming it. So just know that. Okay, let's see what the other side is. And this is kind of like with the past. Okay, so money, right? Money and family and wealth, right? So we're thinking about our finances. We're thinking about our wealth. We're trying to manage that. And we're trying to bring things into a place that we can understand them. And it's also kind of like giving us a greater sense of our financial position now, right? Over time. The Ten of Pentacles is Mercury in Virgo. So it's communicating all of the details, right? So you are communicating details to someone, or someone is communicating financial details to you. It is also talking about luck and expansion, right? So maybe there's an opportunity and it's not lucky, but maybe you feel lucky and you have to take advantage of an opportunity, but it's bringing on more financial responsibility, but then also it's increasing the value or increasing the wealth of something, just overall increased wealth. And this could just have, with you and this new responsibility, it kind of like gives you a greater sense of value as well, and changes your position in terms of like how you saw yourself in your life and your lifestyle. So the Ten of Pentacles definitely could be talking about a lifestyle change, being that it is a wealth card. It's a card of family, and it's also a card of establishing foundations, right? And growth that happens from a foundation, right? So there was something that was fundamental that now can be expanded upon in some kind of way. All right. And it talks about change as well. So it's adaptability. So we're adapting to this change in a very responsible and meaningful way. We're using logic and reason as well to sort of like help motivate us when we are overcoming this obstacle, right? Because sometimes an obstacle can be overcome with logic and reason and not action. Okay, if that makes any sense. All right, so wow, this is great. So the Ten of Pentacles, and you have the Ten of Cups. So this is definitely saying that something is going to be happening there that is going to benefit you in some kind of way. It's almost like the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles, to be honest with you. So there's something that is ending so that something else can begin, right? And it's in a bigger way or a better way, and we are looking for something that is going to be of service to everyone, and we're looking at others' needs and others' feelings as well. Feelings and needs, right? That's what the Cups and the Pentacles are talking about. I mean, look at this. There's a lot of things going on at one time in one picture, right? There's a dog there. There's someone with a broken arm, or maybe it's not a broken arm. There's somebody that's working a lot, you know what I mean, under a lot of stress. This person is under a lot of stress too, but they're the one that's in charge and they make a lot of money and they're fat, and then this person is just kind of like distracted and detached from it because they have to pull themselves away from it. So it definitely is talking about all of that kind of stuff, right? But again, all of the cards are indicating that things are going to improve and things are going to get better, but it does indicate that there's still going to be a significant amount of questions: who, what, where, when, why, and not necessarily stress, but wondering, right? And wondering. There's some things that are still not really set in stone, although some things are. Some things are also even just ideas. You got to keep your head straight, and you've got to keep a clear head about you as you try to take on these new responsibilities and do all of these new things, because it does say that you're about to get very busy, especially with the Ten of Pentacles and the Ten of Cups being there. There's something that's bringing you emotional satisfaction from all of the things that are happening, but it does not negate the fact that there's so much going on that you probably haven't even wrapped your head around how much you are doing. You know what I mean? Because it kind of is like being overwhelmed a little bit with the Ten of Pentacles and with the Ten of Cups. But the Ten of Cups is talking about like overwhelmed in a very positive way. The Ten of Pentacles is kind of like being overwhelmed by all of the things that you have to manage now, right? But both of them are talking about a sense of overwhelming intimidation to some degree, right? And overcoming the fears that you may have of not being able to manage everything, or maybe you trying to handle and manage all of these things all at one time is actually creating the obstacle, which is creating the intimidation, which is creating the steamroll effect. You see what I mean? So you got to get control of a situation here with the Ace of Wands, the Ten of Pentacles, the Ten of Cups, and definitely the Eight of Cups, right? So let's see what's going on too. Seven of Wands, right? This is talking about a relationship, right? How you are relating to what is happening. This is pushing through, pushing on, you know. It's saying not to be intimidated by what you are setting out to do, right? Don't be intimidated by it. Just because this is Mars and Leo, and Mars actually really likes Leo. It's Mars being 5 houses from where it originates in Aries, so it kind of is a trine energy. There's a sense of harmonious there's a harmonious aspect to this card. Even though there's a sense of intimidation here, it's like learning as you go. So even though it's something that you've never done before, there's always going to be something that you haven't done before. You know what I mean? You just have to set the wheels in motion, or you just have to will something, but it's doing it in a very kind of graceful way. You know what I mean? It's saying it's not going to be easy, and just because it's not going to be easy doesn't mean that it's not worthwhile, you know? And this could be in a relationship because it's a 7, and the 7th house is ruled by Libra, so this could be Leo or Leah. It could be Leo or Libra energy. It could also be Cancer energy. Yeah, it talks about travel and movement too. So there could be some sort of move, or you could be like intimidated to move, or there could be something that might be pressuring you to move forward with something, you know, just because this is talking about not necessarily standing your ground, but this is saying like having a sense of courage and risk that is there, you know? Because it says that the payoff might be something that you didn't expect. Because the seven of Wands is eventually going to become the 10 of Wands. And if you don't do something now, then it's going to become more trouble for you in the future. Okay, you see what I mean? Now let's flip over the other side. What? What are you leaving behind? What are you moving towards? What are we seeking balance? Right? This is good. Turn it out. Turn it out. So the Chariot is like Cancer energy, home and family. Also, it's kind of like foundations, but leaving something behind so that you can experience something new, right? There's a sense of quest here, right? You're very questful in this endeavor. So it's like searching, looking, right? You might even be doing a lot of like movement here. Yeah, I'm getting movement with the Chariot card. And it's being victorious too in this search or in this quest. It says you will be victorious in this quest. I mean, like, look at this. You got the 7 of Wands. The Chariot rules the 7s. You see what I mean? 7 of Wands is definitely Sagittarius type of energy just because it's mutable, and the Chariot, it rules the nights. You see what I mean? It's just so crazy. But then at the same time, you know, this is talking about luck and opportunity, chance, right? Being in the right place at the right moment, right? So it's all about that. When luck meets opportunity. Is it chance, luck, and opportunity? Anyway, something is about to break through for you, Aries, and I feel like we like it. Like, share, and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram, and also email me if you want to get a personal reading. It's providencetarotkendrick@gmail.com. It's in the description.